All right. So again, thank you all. We're really excited that we had this much interest for you guys to all be here today on this call, as we have put out a request for proposals for our 2025-2028 grant funding cycle with our community investments. As I mentioned, we are United Way of Yellowstone County is working to invest $1 million over the next 3 years back into programs and initiatives that build futures, provide community resiliency, and empower nonprofits. So things will look a little bit different than how they've been the next 2 years, particularly with our Building Future and Community Resiliency Community Investment Grants, which is what we're talking about today. And then, like I said, the printed RFP and everything else related to our community investment grants can be found on our website, unitedwayyellowstone.org/apply. So with our updated strategic plan, which is in a 3-year cycle, we're doing a lot of refresh. United Way Worldwide is doing a brand refresh, and we have our new strategic plan and a mission refresh, which doesn't really change, just a focus on or how we've been doing things in the past, but real focus on having Yellowstone County be a community where every person has the resources to reach their potential. And United Way of Yellowstone County is working through that in 3 strategic areas: organization visibility, fundraising modernization, and programmatic streamlining. And that programmatic streamlining is really where our grant and our community investments really fall in to our strategic plan. And outlined in our strategic plan as well is to establish a grant making strategy and policies that deliver on the United Way of Yellowstone County mission, aspirational goal, and impact areas. So I'm just going to take a few minutes to go through those updated aspirational goal and impact areas now. So our aspirational goal or overarching goal is to really support homeless families, and that is through our United to Solve Homelessness initiative, and that's kind of where that goal lies. The focus of this granting opportunity is for our Building Future and Community Resiliency impact areas. We will be rolling out some smaller grants for nonprofit empowerment, as well as the Building Futures and Community Resiliency impact areas in the fall. So I just wanted to put that out there. This particular RFP is for a 3-year granting cycle that is really tied to Building Futures and Community Resiliency, but we will continue to have smaller annual granting efforts as well, and that will be in the fall for more shovel-ready programming. So, in looking a little bit further in our Building Futures and Community Resiliency impact areas, that is really those Building Futures is really looking at empowering youth to reach their full potential, and looking at increasing reading proficiency, school readiness, and school success outcomes. So when you look at that RFP, you'll see directly included in that, you'll see like under that term of like what will be funded, programs and initiatives for Building Futures really need to tie directly into one of those 3 areas. So that could be programs and initiatives that support increasing adult to child reading interactions, increasing reading skills, supporting parent engagement, and other school readiness skills, supporting youth attendance, and also like social support to Yellowstone County transitional youth. And that could be things like those members of our community that are coming out of the foster care system, experiencing homelessness and things of that nature. For community resiliency, that is a focus on enhancing the well-being and supporting basic needs for our community. And that is programs and initiatives that help with crisis stabilization. So that's housing stabilization, self-sufficiency. That could be things like education, financial literacy, job training, things of that nature, as well as increasing the awareness of resources as well, or services for Yellowstone County residents. We also have, under community resiliency, a mental health kind of bucket, and that's just it, and that is working towards increasing those positive mental health outcomes, such as increasing supports to mental health access. So as I mentioned, there are a few key changes for this granting cycle, 3-year granting cycle, versus what we've done in the past. We're seeking grant applications that will be awarded between $25,000 and $50,000 annually. And so that would be $75,000 to $150,000 through this granting cycle. And one of the main changes is only one application per agency. And so if you have had an agent, and you still have to be a 501c3 to apply. And so if you are an agency that has perhaps had multiple applications, or have programs into multiple buckets, impact area buckets, we are asking that you either combine your work so they better tag team with your program efforts and down to one, and also only submit one grant application for the impact area in which you find the most relevant. And again, just with that strategic alignment, one impact area, one strategy, and they must align with those strategic plan outcomes that I just stated, but are also in both the RFP and the FAQ area of that you can find on our website. So as I said, since this is a little different than the last 3 years, we are trying to really let everybody know what we're doing with plenty of time to ask questions, and kind of get together to talk about what they may be applying for. So, right now we just released the RFP that'll be out on the website until, well, it will remain through the granting cycle. But then the application will be released for review on Monday, January 13th of 2025. And that will be the time where anybody can download a paper copy of it and review it in full at that time. We'll do another virtual information session such as this and review that application more thoroughly at that time on Friday the 17th. And then the following Monday, the online portal will open. And so we are taking, as we've done the last few years, taking all of our applications online. And so you will be able to take the paper copies, which will reflect the online version, and just be able to plug and play that into the portal. Hopefully, if everything goes correctly, and if not, please be sure to let me know and we'll troubleshoot that. And then the portal will close, applications will close for this 3-year funding cycle on February 14th. And then at that time, we will have a group of volunteer reviewers review those. Then from that prioritization with those review committees, then that goes to our community impact committee for recommendations. Community impact members also sit on those review committees. And then from there, the community impact committee makes recommendations to the board for final allocations. And then in June, that's when we announce funding for this 3-year cycle, and then funding will start July 1st of 2025. And so that's what I have. I am going to now stop sharing and turn off the recording. This recording again, and all information in regards to our application process can be found at unitedwayyellowstone.org/apply. Of course, there's my phone number, email. That's a great way to get a hold of me. The website also has an FAQ. So as you guys are asking questions, or if there are questions that aren't on the FAQ, I will be sure to add that so that it will be a live document as things come up and questions are being asked. And with that, stop sharing. Stop recording.